lovelies, happy Monday. So welcome to another crafting week, and I thought we'd do a mindfulness video today in our mindfulness journal. So we've done about 3 spreads, have we now? We did the Valentine's Day one last time. So today I've picked something different for us to do. And I've read quite a lot recently about how drawing and colouring in, and certainly over here there was a big fad of bringing out loads of adult colouring books and all intricate mandala patterns and all sorts. And actually they're very therapeutic, they're very relaxing. And I thought that we could incorporate that into our mindfulness journal today. And I came across this in one of my mindfulness books. It's got some paper on the back, so you can scribble notes or whatever. And it says, a spot of colouring. Colouring is a simple and relaxing way of taking time for yourself. I so agree. It can be a helpful practice if you find it hard to switch off, as it allows the mind to slow down and become absorbed without strain. And I totally agree with that. I think that it is something really wonderful to do. And I've got my paints here, I've got my pen. I have been doing some patterns and colouring with this free 30-day challenge from Wendy Brightbill. And it got me thinking that we could do something similar on here. I thought we'd just sit and take a few minutes to do some deep breathing. So if you take a nice deep breath in and out, deep breath in and out, deep breath in and out. Just relax everything, and we're going to have fun doing a bit of drawing and colouring. Now, this is the page that I've got here, and I've got all sorts of collaged paper down. I don't quite know what I'm going to do with that yet. I might just colour some of that. We've got some writing space here with some old ledger. But what I'm going to do on this side, also on here it says, try a spot of colouring yourself with the pattern opposite. Well, we haven't got the pattern yet, we're going to make it. Take your time selecting the colours you want to use, then spend a minute or two looking at the intricacies in the pattern before you start. When you're ready, begin to colour. So I'm just going to put this, I will keep it. I won't back it because it's got some writing paper on. That can go in there now we know what we're doing. And the exercise I want to do first before we get to the colouring, I've got my black gel pen, and this is about doing patterns without thinking about it too much and without really taking your pen off the page. So you start and they're all lines, and you don't take your pen off the page, and you end up with, essentially a load of squiggles and patterns. But then that will lead us nicely to being able to go and say, right, look at the patterns we've made there, look at the colours, what shall we do? Not that you've got to think about it too much, because the idea is to have a bit of relaxation, but I thought we'd have a go. So here we go. So get your gel pen. I mean, you could do it with any pen. This is probably a bit fine, but I'm not thinking about it. I am just, and don't forget, we are just I can't talk and draw at the same time. We have to get your pen off. We're going to be doing a continuous drawing of some description. It can be squares, make it up of all sorts of shapes. I'm not really thinking about it too much. Now we can take that out. We can do circles. Because we're still not taking our pen off, are we? Overlap your lines, because this is where we're probably going to get some interesting shapes. And I'll leave it there. Do you remember those things you used to get when you were children? It were like a maze, and you used to have to follow it along with your finger till you got to the maze itself. It's a bit like that. So anyway, that's totally different to the last time I did it. And let's have a look what we've got. Now, I certainly got some circles I found very recently. I love circles. I seem to want to put circles in a lot of things. I've got my 2 trusty crayons that are like multicoloured. I'm going to start with this. And I'm going to fill in some of the circles, I think. So there we go, we're off. I mean, you could do this with a colouring book. You don't have to do it inside a journal. But it got me thinking that we could do this inside our journals. And make journal cards like this. We could, you know, so do a bit of an art journal and give it a bit of an art journal theme and do some colouring and painting. And it's quite easy then to make journaling cards. I'm hoping that some of the ideas really from this mindfulness journal we can use, you know, translate into journal making. I love these multicoloured. I shall be sad when they go. I haven't been able to find any. I think my oldest son bought me these along with the wax ones that I like. Don't even know what, they haven't got a name on them. But they just give, I love it having the multicolour. Right, let's do a little bit on here. I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just going really where the mood takes me. So sorry I didn't manage to get many videos done, and I've explained why. So I'm sure you'll all understand until I get back up to full speed. We haven't had my auntie's funeral yet until the 9th of February. So I think it'll be a bit, March even. It's a good job helping. It's a good job helping Anne knows. It's a good job David knows when we're supposed to be turning up. Oh dear, I'll be going out wrong day. So really, you know, those of you that were here before Christmas, so I lost my beloved favourite uncle. And then obviously within 2 months, my auntie, his wife, has died. And they've been together 64 years, so I don't think she managed without him, really. But they were like second parents to me. So, you know, it has hit me pretty hard. Doesn't matter how old these people are, they're still your relatives, and you still feel the loss, don't you? Right, so there's a bit of that. Do I put a bit in here? I'm doing this round and round so that we've got a bit of texture inside. Don't ask me why. That must be how I roll. So hope you are keeping well. We're starting to get some more sunny weather here, which is really nice. Still very cold, but we're getting a bit more of the sunshine coming through. It's really weird. It's quite mild for this time of year. I think I've said that, haven't I? Last couple of videos. I'm just going to do this square. Well, it's not a square, is it? It's a rectangle. Now you might find it'd be interested to see how your line drawing without stopping, what shapes you make. This is just probably, I think I do a lot of shapes like this. What do we do? You see, this was the first one, look. And not dissimilar, is it? So again, I've got to have circles. I seem to want to put these wibbly wobbly waves. Right. Now then, I've got some paint here. nobody's particular brand. I think these were cheapo ones that, you know, children's. Oh, I'm opening the wrong end of my water brush. I'll be ending up with water all over. Right, now, I don't think I've used this very much. I feel like I want to put a, I'm just going to put a bit of a wash down this side. Not had time to watch too many videos either, so I sort of miss it when I haven't got a chance to watch all my favourite channels. Now, I was trying to get the start of my design team project done last Thursday, but it's coming this week, guys, because I was waiting for some small card and envelopes to come in from the Hobbycraft, because I needed them for this month's design team project for Tracy Fox Creative. And so I thought, well, we'll start this week, and we can make a start on it. I'm excited about it. It's something a little bit different for me. There's an element of card making, birthday cards, because it's the birthday flowers kits that I'm using of Tracy's. But I'm making a sort of ring bound journal to put them in. So we'll see how that turns out. I like to challenge myself a little bit to do something slightly out of my comfort zone if I can with my design team project. I've got a list of channels that I want to be showing you that I've come across recently, and people that have joined me and they've got their own channel starting, or they've got their own channel. So I am going to just clean my brush off on here really. So I will be mentioning them, and I've got my tag to show you from Cynthia, which is back to Christmas tag swap with the Carol from Oak House Journals. Our post, it's only this week that international post is back on track, because apparently it was hacked. And yeah, we're only just getting back to normal now. Do you know what? I haven't really used these paints much, and they've got some really nice colours. I think they've got a touch of metallic about it. It has, look at that, it's like a salmon with a bit of... I think this is sort of will remind me to do more painting in my journals. Who does a lot of painting in hers is Joey DeFee. She has got quite a few videos showing various painting things that she does, or putting colour, adding a splash of colour to her journals. So if you don't know Joey, she's a large channel, so you probably do. But if not, go and check that out. She has some really informative videos, and especially if you're just new joining the junk journaling world. Isn't this fun? I'm enjoying this. It's not as relaxing for me because I'm thinking of talking, you know, thinking what I'm going to talk about to keep you entertained while I colour. Okay, let's have a look where else. Doesn't matter, we go over the lines, does it? I've never been you know how impatient I am. I've never been a neat and tidy colour person at school even. It's just my downfall. We're that busy rushing to get finished and being patient that, yeah, things that need intricate work like this, making sure you stay in the lines, I wasn't so good at, as you can imagine. It's funny, I was so patient with, you know, from a work point of view, with patients and staff, very patient, but on a personal level, I'm not, and I drive David mad because I'm always 10 steps ahead, and you know, it's important to get the base right often, isn't it? So, yeah, I'm going to colour this in, get rid of that, what's on my brush. This is just some paper of, I scanned in some zigzag sewing that I did on my machine. Now you see you could do that stitch wise and then colour in between the sewing. That'd be interesting to do sometime, wouldn't it? I think we'll have a go at that. I think I'll do that on some thickish paper or card, and then we could colour it in and see what effects we get. Quite like that idea. Remind me at a later stage, jog my memory. I have so much stuff going on in my head at the minute that, you know. Right. Fancy a bit of pink now. Or was it like more like a coral? To say these are cheap paints, they're really nice colour. Thank you to Cara. Cara sent me some gorgeous Happy Mail and loads of stuff that we can't get in the UK. Tickets and guest check sort type things that we can't get here. So I was so excited to receive that, Cara, so thank you. Can't wait to use them. So how are you doing? How are you doing with your colouring in? Do you feel better? See if you're concentrating on keeping in the lines as best you can, even though I say I don't. You haven't got time to think about price of fish, have you? You don't have to fill the whole thing in, but it just says think about your patterning. The only thing I think of is you're getting a bit of the different colours at different parts of the your page, just so it evens out. I was never any good at art at school because we didn't do, as I said before, I can't sew straight, can't draw straight. So if it's abstract or something unusual, I can do it. But, you know, back in the 70s when I was at grammar school, comprehensive, they didn't let you have that freedom. You had to, you know, you had to draw fruit, or you had to draw a pencil or something still life, which got all sorts of different perspectives and angles, and I couldn't do it. Hated it. Same as I hated needlework, you know, because it was all dressmaking, straight lines, being perfect. And yeah, not my style, is it? Really. I'm just wiping my brush on there just to clean it off. Okay then, I'll just do a bit more because I don't want to. How are we doing for time? Right, keep going a bit longer. This is a Tombow water brush. They're not expensive, but you know, they're great because, you know, you've got your instant water. You're not frightened of knocking over a glass of water, dirty water that you tend to get with, you know, usually a little jam jar or a paste jar, don't you? To put your water in, and then once you clean your brush, it ends up really dirty. So don't forget, you can also colour in outside of your pattern and see what results you get there. Okay. Now then, I fancy a grey. I've got a grey somewhere, dark grey there. Right, so I'm going to come down here with that. So I think you get the idea, don't you, that I think that the thing of using your pen to just draw without stopping, see, I often think it's when you stop that you start procrastinating and thinking too carefully about everything. So it's a good way of making you do things without overthinking. Just do a bit more and then we'll practically call it a video, I think. Let's do grey on here. One of my favourite colours, grey. A lot of got grey sofas in the lounge, and I like different greys on the walls. It's a favourite colour of ours. Right, I'm going to leave it at that for now. And let's just see what we can do on here. So I've put that in there. So again, look at the intricacies of the pattern and decide what you're going to do that fills the pattern in. So that's that. Have I got a bit of grey left on my brush? I have. Well, that's a bit of a pig's ear, isn't it? I don't like that bit. Wait till it dries, we'll put something else on it. Right, okay. Don't know where my lid is to my brush. Oh, it's here. Right, what I want to do then is stick this on here. Now, this is our quote for this week, because I like to where we can put a quote in. And it says, the moment one gives closer attention to anything, even a blade of grass, it becomes a mysterious, awesome, indescribably magnificent world in itself. And that's by Henry Miller. And I love that. So once you give closer attention to anything, a blade of grass, it becomes mysterious, it becomes awesome, it becomes magnificent. And I love that idea. And I think that, I just thought that the quote fitted in with what we were doing today, that we're paying attention to a load of squiggles on a page, really, and we've drawn that without taking our pen off. But at the end of the day, it is a bit mysterious. And we keep, you know, and hopefully, I don't quite think it'll be magnificent. Well, mine won't be anyway. But you see what I mean? So I'm going to just glue this on. We have got some writing space on here as well. But I seem to have been having trouble with my art glitter glue lately. Never used to. I've been using it for years. Never used to clog up. But just lately, I'm having a bit of a mare with it. as they say. There you go, stand up. And I'm going to stick that on there. And what I want to put on here is draw and colour to relax. Draw and colour to relax, and then I can colour that in a bit more. Yeah, I'll finish doing that just to give it a bit more prominence. So there we go. That's this week's challenge for our mindfulness. It is to draw something with a pen without taking the nib off the page. Do some continuous drawing. Then look at the patterns within it and colour it in and feel yourself relaxing. I'm certainly really enjoying this. I need to do it more often. Need to get these colours out as well. They're gorgeous. Okay then, my lovely. So don't forget to like and subscribe, because especially at the minute, because of bereavement, I can't just stick to my definite schedule. So make sure you've subscribed and tick the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I do post, so that you don't miss anything that's coming up. So thanks so much for joining me today. And as always, take care out there. Bye for now.